The Lord's my shepherd, I'll not want. He makes me down to lie in pastures green. He leadeth me the quiet waters by. Hello, my name is the Reverend Mike Sermon. I'm Vicar of St Paul's Church in Blackheath. So goes the well-known hymn from the Scottish Psalter of 1650. The poetry of these words and the familiar rhythm of the music set before us an image and understanding of our relationship with God. The role of a shepherd is maligned and looked down upon in many cultures because of its lowly status. But if we look beyond this, the intimacy of the relationship between shepherd and sheep has qualities which resonate with the way in which God looks upon our human family. Three important little words go to the heart of the matter. There, immediately at the end of line 1, we are told and we sing, "I'll not want." The needs that we have in life are manifold. They stretch far beyond simply the need for oxygen, water and food. We are made to be in relationships and in community with God and with one another. Here is the revelation that our primary relationship within community is with the Lord, my shepherd, with God, the creator of all that is seen and unseen. The invitation that the shepherd lays before us comes through the presence and teaching of Jesus, who invites us to live life in all of its fullness. To live life in all of its fullness is to live life abundantly, with more than enough to meet all of our needs. This is the offer and the nature of the invitation that God sets before us. It is contained in those three little words, "I'll not want." And it means that in all circumstances, on dark days and light days, in days of plenty and in days of shortage, I shall not want. I shall not want because, as verse 3 of the hymn reminds us, "Thou art with me." Life in all of its fullness, and an abundant life, is one that is lived in the knowledge that the presence of God is with us, and that we are never alone. The form of social isolation and lockdown that has come to us with the arrival of COVID-19 coronavirus is hard for everyone. For some of us, it is all too much to bear, and we are withering without the social interaction and support of family and friends. That cost needs to be named and acknowledged. In the midst of all that we are not alone, for God is with us. Our Bible passage is from John chapter 10 verses 1 to 10, and it is the parable of the shepherd. Do take time to read it in full and to wonder at what it reveals to us about God. My focus is on verse 4. When he has brought them out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. The sheep follow him because they know his voice. We live in a noisy world with many competing and often contradictory voices. The internet provides a platform for influencers, bloggers and preachers of every kind to sell their take on life, to convey their message, and often to sell their product. But not every voice has our best interests at heart. There is advice out there which, if followed, would damage our health or our wealth. And so we need to look for something more than simply a voice and a message. We need to consider whether we know the voice that we have just heard, and we must weigh up whether or not we trust the message it is conveying. Behind every voice and message, there are values and principles at work. Our challenge is to discern and understand what these are, and this is why the experience and role of a shepherd is so helpful. In Jesus' day, a shepherd would know his or her sheep by name. There would be familiarity and trust between shepherd and sheep, because the voice of the shepherd is one who feeds them. The voice of the shepherd is one who shields them. The voice of the shepherd is the one who, if need be, would protect them by laying down his life for the sheep. So in this moment, in the knowledge that God knows and loves you deeply and intimately, how do you respond to his voice and his call? When he has brought them out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. Amen. May God bless you.